Blanche Marie Hollingsworth, sit down.
I'm not a little girl anymore. You can't tell me.
I said sit. Now, Blanche, that music box is a lot more important to me than you could possibly know. I didn't give it to your family. I gave it to your father. It was a special gift.
I don't understand.
Down. I thought you did.
Of course, that way, not only does your face fall back, but your chest does too. Unfortunately, it falls back and off to the side.
And one little girl wet her pants. That girl in the puddle was me. I have never told that to another living soul, Rose. You see, I thought I had overcome...
Drop by.
Well, it's lucky you caught me. I mean, in the evening, I'm usually out with Liz and Steph and the rest of the beach crowd.
Then everything's working out?
I'll be honest with you.
Yes.
It is a dream come true.
Great. Great. That's just great.
Yep.
Rose, look.
Hospital administrator. But I'll never get it. I'm not qualified. I'm too old.
What time is your appointment?
8:30.
All right, let me see your resume. Come on. Okay, now let's see. What's it? Oh, home ec major at Rockport Community College, 6 months at St. Paul's Business School.
Talking about the brass bed. I shouldn't have kept it. Rose was right. It's just like stealing. Then call the store and return it. Oh, I can't do that. I've had it over 3 weeks. They won't take it back. How much work can you give a bed in just 3 weeks? I see your point. No, Your Ken is quite a catch, Dorothy. For once, I'm a bit jealous. What's not to be jealous about? The man's gorgeous. He's got money and class. I couldn't be happier for you, Dorothy. I just want to give you a loving mother's advice. Don't blow it!
Of Snellmations.
You know, Rose, sometimes I wish somebody had turned the hose on your parents.
Oh, I think of Phil. You know what I think of? His capacity to love. You know, no matter what anyone did to Phil, he always gave back love. And you know where he learned that, Ma? From you. Now, Ma, what's happening to you? Oh, come on, please, won't you come into the kitchen?
Started the Shady Pines fire.
Well, that's ridiculous. What did you do?
She claimed that on the night of the fire, the two of you were in your room cooking s'mores.
Nonsense. I don't even know what s'mores are.
You remember, Sophia? They're those little toasted graham cracker and chocolate sandwiches.
With marshmallow. Don't forget the marshmallow. I never take the Lord's name in vain. Oh, God, now I'm lying to a priest. Why don't you just come on in and sit down? I'm Blanche. I'm Dorothy's roommate. Would you get the door?
Dorothy's told me a great deal about you.
Well, she seems to have lectured. I never know where we'll end up.
Oh, come on now, Blanche. Even the paper boy knows where you'll end up.
You know what I mean. With Richard, I have to be prepared for anything. Last week, he asked me out to lunch. We ended up going horseback riding.
Personally, I've always been afraid of dating a wealthy man.
Why, Rose? Fear of gold, but...
Guess it's time to turn in.
I guess.
You're not tired?
Not really.
Me neither. Do you feel like dancing?
Oh, I'd love to. I can be dressed and back in that ballroom in 10 minutes.
No, Rose.
It wasn't such a bad thing to do. The stuff tasted great, and Salvador decided to market it. At first, it didn't move so well. Linguine with ear salve on a menu doesn't look too appetizing. But once he changed the name to pesto sauce, it moved like hotcakes.
Ma, you're making...
Translated, it means, I hope you have a license to carry that gefürfen.
And this is a quality that you look for in a man?
Yes. Oh, maybe I'm crazy to be so attracted by someone I hardly know, but I can't.
For an act, are you just getting in?
No, Blanche. I got up early and went jogging in a park with a really strict dress code. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need some coffee.
What's the number of the police station?
Is anything wrong, Sophia?
Nah, I just want to find out. I've done it for so long now, I don't know if I can get by without it.
Well, maybe this is a good time to start.
Rose is right. Listen, you're going to get an A in that class. We're going to help you do it. And as far as that professor is concerned, you should report him immediately.
You think I should?
Absolutely. You know, when I first started teaching, the school...
Is there is something wrong with the line. That's why I can't say it.
There's something wrong with the
Yes,
line.
you see, I'm an English teacher, I should know. The reason I can't say it is because the line itself is not grammatical. See, it should be really good pizza, not real good. Perfect.
I don't even know who Marcus Allen is.
And let me put it to you another way. Rose, when are you going to face up to the fact that your daughter is not the goody two-shoes you think she is?
What do you mean by that?
Rose, what would you call a girl who sleeps with a man she has known for one day?
A damn good sport. I mean, it's no trouble. You know, being a doctor, it must be deeply fulfilling to be able to lay your hands on someone and bring them back to full, pulsating vitality.
Well, I've always believed that... Could I ask you, please, for complete silence? Never mind, I thought I heard a radio going next door. I'm trying to catch a baseball score.
Will you please get on with the examination?
Okay. Open your mouth and say, ah. Yep, she's paralyzed.
That's it.
Oh, you spoiled her surprise.
Sorry, I'll come in again. Totally unsuspecting. Here I come, expecting nothing. Surprise! Oh, this is great. What a surprise. But it's not my birthday.
I know, honey. We're celebrating your winning that contest.
Oh, wow.
Ma, you okay?
Fine, I'm just trying to make Rose go away.
Whose theory states a young man becomes intimate with his mother to get revenge on his father?
Well, I don't know who said it, but not this time. I'm tired of being the tonto of the group. I tried to get another ticket and I couldn't.
And this time we'll have to draw cards. I missed out on the Vita.
Now, forget the cards, Ma. I am not about to give up a chance to meet Burt Reynolds.
Me neither. Et tu, Blanche?
Sophia, Mr. Burt Reynolds is one of our finest living actors. What I need is a good talking to. I don't care what you say, just so long as you care enough to say it.
You stink.
God bless you, Dorothy.
I don't want to talk about it, Blanche. I'm too worried about Rose.
I guess we weren't very good friends to her, were
No.
we?
Can't do all this work by himself.
He can't do any of the work. He'll be the brains. He'll tell me what to do in Italian. I'll tell you, you do the work.
Forget it. We're not carpenters.
You know what, Dorothy? It's worth a try after all the job's already half done.
So, do I tell Vincenzo we got a deal?
Wait a minute. What does he want to choose?
Softly.
Morning, everyone.
That. Rose Nyland?
Yes?
Wow.
I'm Olga Nordstrom from Dorothy. I've just discovered a great new way to meet more men.
More men. You're going to need a turnstile in your bedroom.
I enrolled in a CPR class. For 6 consecutive hours, I was on my back while dozens of eligible men pressed their lips to mine and breathed air into my limp little body. Every man's passion. She said my destiny was to be great.
She lied to you so you'd finish high school.
Well, now I know what my destiny is, Rose. I'm going to be a novelist. A great romance novelist. That is my destiny. I shall become...
I enjoyed. I patted a few bottoms. But that was it, Rose. No, Molly was my world. Then one day, a drunk in a Chevy took my world away. For a year, I was a zombie.
That was a good one, sir.
And this is Sophia Petrillo.
Well, thank you for letting me visit your home.
You know, where I come from, when you visit somebody, you bring a little something. A marble cake would have been nice.
Sophia!
What?
This is the President of the United States. We tell Dorothy we want to go to Hollywood. Why don't we? As soon as she gets up. Hey, to Hollywood! To Hollywood!
Morning.
I guess you ladies didn't recognize...
And I've never regretted it.
Oh, Blanche, that's a beautiful story. Oh, that must have taken real courage for both of you.
And it's terrible to think that the two of you were almost kept apart just because Benjamin was black.
Black?
I was waiting for him. Can I call you next time I get back to town?
I'd like that.
Good night.
I think there's a connection between your brain and wallpaper paste.
I don't know why people even have dogs at all. I don't like anything in my house that doesn't know how to use the toilet. See ya.
Dress business.
Oh, there is nothing to settle. Now, I am wearing this dress, Dorothy. It deserves to be displayed on a devastatingly beautiful body.
Who are you going to send it to? Kim Basinger?
And what is that supposed to mean?
Why don't you think about it while you're inhaling...
You've never... Never ever?
Not once.
Have you even thought about it?
Only...
I don't get to see very much.
Oh, if it's relatives you want, you should stay right here in Miami. Howard Johnson's does less business than this house has over the years.
That is true. We've all had our share of family showing up.
I think things are going very nicely.
Save it, Ma. I am going to tell Uncle Angelo the truth.
I can't remember when I had so much fun. We went dancing at the Beachcomber. We're going to go back again tomorrow night.
Jeffrey doesn't dance. He says it makes his ankles swell.
Honey, I think it's terrific that you had a good time tonight.
I have you two to thank for it. Good night.
Night.
Good night.
Well, this is not the end, I can promise you that. Justice will be done here. I hate criminals. I just hate them. Someone's going to pay for this heinous crime. We're going to have a good old-fashioned hanging. That's right. A hanging. Only first we'll have a whipping, and then we'll have a hanging.
You refuse to see your daughter as an adult with the right to make her own decisions. Honey, you're going to have to learn to let go.
Yes, and the more you try to make her see things the way you see things, the more she'll resist. And then you run the risk of never seeing her again. And never seeing your grandchild. Never.
That we have an active and vocal alumni, and I can't be responsible for their actions.
Is that a threat?
More like a concern.
Well, I appreciate your concern, Father, but I'm sticking to my decision. Ma, what is it now?
You threw up... So, Ted, did I hear someone say you were a doctor?
He's not just a doctor. He happens to be one of the top neurosurgeons in the Midwest.
Get out of here.
He's also heavy into real estate.
No, it's nothing much, really. I just own a few mini malls.
Oh, your wife must be very proud of you.
Blanche? Another lesbian? And Pat and Kathy, image consultants.
How come they're not lesbians?
We don't believe in labels.
Oh, I see.
Come on, Rose, you do it too.
Well, oh, come on.
You see? You don't need money to have fun.
Oh, I love you, Miles.
I love you too, Rose.
Cleaning up the dirty dishes, you twit. Listen, why don't we just leave this mess and go out and get something to eat?
Yeah, I'll ask Ma if she'd like to come. It'll do her good to get out of the house.
Oh, she's been so depressed since she got back from that funeral.
I mean, never did this. Night of our senior prom.
Yeah, remember? It took so long to get the tie fixed. By the time I got to the drugstore, it was closed.
I remember.
Dorothy! We'll be back at the home building log cabins out of popsicle sticks.
Then it's settled. I'll call the lawyer and tell him to bring the baby as soon as he can.
Did he say if it's a boy or a girl?
He didn't say, but it must be one or the other.
You've been watching PBS again, Rose?
Dorothy? Dorothy, I'm going to my dialect. Actually, every town has its own dialect. Actually, every household has its own dialect. This also explains why the Italian army is as effective as the Jamaican bobsled team.
Malinteso, ma io posso rifare tutto. Cambiano questo garage in una stanza da letto.
He says he's sorry he made the mistake.
I guess I'm all right. I mean, I threw my party because I wanted romance and excitement and moonlight madness, and that's what I got. I got it all with an English accent. And I didn't have to compromise my virtue. I feel like a lady again. And to tell you the truth, I'm starting to get sick of it. This is exactly like the dress I wore to my sweet 16. It was always Big Daddy's favorite. Oh, there he is now. Now listen, girls. My father is an old-time Southern aristocrat who is used to fine manners and gentility. So please, please, please.
I can't believe I'm sitting here listening to a discussion about Sophia's love life.
Rose, let me fix you up with Willie. He needs to forget me.
No, thank you.
Okay, but you don't know what you're missing. There aren't many guys around who remember where they were when the Archduke Ferdinand was shot. Willing to forget about it, so am I.
He has his good days and he has his bad days. You just never know what to expect.
No, I understand. My mother can be the same way. I guess it's just part of getting older.
Some of it. But my father...
Miami, Miami, you've got style. Blue sky, sunshine, white sand by the mile. There's more clubs and nightclubs, all within reach. Dance the samba till morning, then lie on the beach. Each view is a poem.
And then, you're gonna love this. Dom DeLuise takes me by the arm and insists I tell Bert the story.
Sophia, I don't want to hear any more about it.
Not even the part when Bert and Dom insisted I repeat the story to Lonnie Anderson?
Rose, there's something I have to tell you.
Oh, please, Al, there's something I want to say first. I want you to know that I am so excited about going on this trip. And I'm so happy that you chose me for this adventure. I love you, Al, and I'm ready to go anywhere with you.
And can I see you in the kitchen?
I don't know. Why don't you go in and find out?
Get in there. Go. Excuse us. I ought to have you horsewhipped.
I haven't even opened the damn box.
I'm sorry.
Your good behavior badges. Come on now, you all know you'll use both fingers for the sunshine salute. Oh.
So glad those little heathens finally left. Psychiatrist.
It's about time. The woman gives names to her gingerbread men. I'm ready to go to the airport.
Oh, I'm going that way, Sophia. I can take you.
Thanks, Rose.
Fine. Wait a minute. You can't run out of here. We want to hear more about this doctor of yours.
Oh, well, there's not...
You see, 10 seconds, nothing happened. Oh, God! Ma, stop.
Ooh, suddenly somebody believes me. Did I hear the bell?
Listen, Rose, do me a favor. Look out the peephole and see who's at the door.
Sure, Dorothy. Gee, it's... Boy, I think Myra tampered with my brakes. I mean, ever since I went to dinner with her ex-husband, she's been out to get me. Oh! What if that's Myra?
Where are they, Rose? Hiding in the shower?
She means a lot of people have probably croaked in here.
I know what she means, Ma. I just don't need to hear it the night before surgery.
Come on, don't be such a baby. I had my appendix out in the hospital in Sicily. That was rough.
Make way for the winners of the Shady Pines Mother-Daughter Beauty Contest. Ta-da!
No, actually, we're just the runners-up. But if the reigning winners, for any reason, can't fulfill their duty...
I'm in the arch.
Miles.
I'm not finished, Rose. I take back what I said before. I'm not going to sit around eating my heart out while you date somebody else. I want you to stop seeing Buzz immediately.
Okie dokie.
Because if you don't... I'm sorry, but...
Rose, honey, there is nothing to be nervous about. Honey, the press wants to meet you because Gorbachev really respects your views on world peace. Boy, you know, when you say it out loud, it really sort of lays there.
The day would come when the tables would turn and I'd have to take care of him. But I guess it has.
Sophia, why don't you come with us? It might be fun to hear Blanche's father sing.
To you, Rose, but what are you...
Much, much smaller.
But bigger than a flea circus.
Tell me, Rose, did they ever shoot a herring out of a cannon? Such a warm, wonderful moment.
Oh, I just wish I spoke Italian so I'd know what they were saying.
They are. Yeah, but don't count your money yet. Those are the two males.
Well, I won't accept it. Oh, excuse me. Officer. A grievous injustice has been perpetrated upon my friends and me. We are totally innocent. We're just 3 helpless females, desperately in need.
That's correct! For another 100 points, who is the current Secretary of State? Willard.
Charles Schultz.
He created...
No.
Well, that's not fair. Last week you got to keep the box boy who followed you home.
There, you see, you don't need a dog. If you're lonely, get yourself a man.
I don't want a man. I just want to come home from work and have someone jump.
Oh, I cannot believe that she's this stubborn.
Maybe you ought to take a different approach with her, Dorothy. You know, a more traditional one.
Like...
I don't know, like, set up a meeting and have Span ask for your hand, you know, in an Italian sort of way.
But what do you want me to do? Go in, bow my head, and kiss a ring? Hey, you know something?
I think Norman's finally going to invite me to the premiere of Give 'Em Hell, Harry, starring Mr. Father Mulcahy from MASH.
What does that have to do with Marguerite?
Well, it was her potion that brought us together.
Oh, please, Blanche, you still think that Marguerite has some kind of mystical powers?
Oh, all right.
Well, I'm very happy to report that this year's variety show is really coming along. And the first thing I'd like to discuss... Yes, Frida?
I heard that ticket sales are not going very well. I heard that you have not been able to find any good talent, and I heard that Kentford...
Ma, go back to sleep. It's just me, Dorothy.
Get the hell out of my bed.
Ma, I have a heart. The heat went out again. I'm freezing to death. You're the only one who has an electric blanket.
I'll die under here with you. Your body's like a heat sponge. You'll suck up all the heat and I'll get up in the morning a frozen fish stick.
Skimpy outfits collecting phone numbers.
That's not true. I was not in a skimpy outfit, and I got all these.
Hello, my name is Yvonne. Have you been here before?
See, you go to a woman's gym, you get hit on by a woman.
I work here.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to imply anything.
She just thought...
You're right, Blanche.
Well, you're damn straight I'm right. I'm sorry I yelled at
Oh,
you.
don't apologize. I mean, this is what I want. Oh, God, this waiting is driving me crazy. Blanche, when you were tested, how did you make it through?
Just kept it to me.
Me too.
Me too.
Oh, let's face it, girls. We have no idea which one of us Laszlo wants to use.
Well, I think it's obvious, Dorothy. The man is an artist. He has taste. He cannot help but pick the woman with the most grace, the most style, the most femininity.
I understand how hurt you must feel. All right, maybe I don't understand exactly.
I'm sorry, Dorothy, but our relationship seems to be one misunderstanding after another.
Misunderstanding?
I'm not leaving the priesthood. I'm leaving the church.
Well, maybe Billy could have, but Billy couldn't play, and we all know why. I don't want to mention any names. Follow my eyes.
Okay, that's it for practice today. Everybody get a good night's sleep.
Coach Dorothy,
You know what, ladies? What do you say we take a rain check on the poetry reading?
I'd say no dice. Doesn't rain check mean we'd have to come back?
When she kids you like that, it means she likes you.
Well, I do have a few papers to grade, and I could use the time. Come here.
Pleased to meet you, Mom.
Thank you.
And this is my mother, Sophia Petrillo.
So, you're Stan's cousin.
Please don't hold this against me.
She's okay.
Sit down, sit down. Tell me, where's Stan? Is he parking the car?
I take taxi. Stanley and I have disagreement.
Oh, what about?
He saw himself...
I want you two jailbirds to feel at home. Dinner's at 6. Pass it on.
Rose, honey, what is the matter?
We didn't accomplish anything today, Blanche. Those tuna fishermen are going to be right out there again tomorrow doing the same thing.
You darn thing. Honestly, Rose, sometimes it's like pulling teeth to get a little compliment out of you.
What do you say, girls? Are you in this with me?
You bet we are, honey.
Oh, this is what friendship is all about. Banding together when the going gets tough. Sacrificing sleep and personal comfort.
Darling, no, sweetheart, precious, don't cry, I'm here, you're all right. You know, this reminds me of when I was a young mother. Maybe it's because...
Dress at 7:30 for a dinner date. So which one of you really is Dorothy Zborna?
I am Dorothy's best friend, Blanche. I'm filling in for her because she's dead.
I was talking about this.
Jim, I think it's nice how things are working out for Rose and Miles.
Well, it had to happen sometime, pussycat. Rose found a man. And pretty soon, Blanche will find a man. And before you know it, you...
Zoe, the best thing to do in any relationship is talk.
That's right.
I have nothing to say to you.
Sophia, I can't believe that saying this will write 70 years of...
I just brought some postcards to remember the trip.
I don't need postcards, Pussycat. I'll remember this trip for a long time. No, just our luck. The rain lets up when we're leaving.
Hey, Ma, we still have a little time, and there's one more thing I want to show you to make this terrific weekend What, you two are seeing each other?
You know, for years, my father's been telling me to see a psychiatrist. I couldn't understand why. And then a couple of weeks ago, it dawned on me. He probably meant socially. Oh, it's wonderful. They really listen.
She really talks.
Rose, spit it out.
But Dorothy...
Right now, Rose. This is Fred Flintstone. Blanche, wake up. My wife will be home any minute.
Dorothy, that was a terrible thing to do.
I'm sorry, but we have to get down to the bowling alley.
Oh, it's 6 a.m. Why are you making me do this?
You have to...
I thought I saw the king himself walk by, eating a giant chili cheeseburger and drinking a 36-ounce Dr. Pepper. Turned out it was an impersonator, but these are still very special mementos. And parting with them is an extremely painful sacrifice on my part.
$1.25.
$1.25. Hi, Sophia. Boy, I tell you, there is nothing more invigorating than spending a little time on a boat.
Oh, yeah? Not when I sailed to America. Picture it. There we were, a tired, poor, huddled mass, eating marinara sauce out of...
She cannot stand to see anyone else happy.
Calm down, Dorothy. I'll brew you some tea.
I don't want any tea.
Oh, but this is a special blend. It's very soothing.
Rose, have you been drinking much of this?
Only at night when I can't sleep.
This is loaded with caffeine.
But we need caffeine.
Stanley, if you're doing what I think you're doing, you're in big trouble.
I was just remembering the first time you ever kicked me out of bed and I had to sleep on the floor.
Emil Zundt's hidden honeymoon hideaway in the Poconos. It's just a little punching up.
You mean exaggerate the truth, create wild and colorful stories just to impress people? Dorothy, you can't do that.
Oh, I know.
That's my specialty. All right, let's see here. Found a baby robin that fell out of its tree and returned it to its nest. Make that a baby eagle. Yeah.
He tempted me, but I do have other plans.
You have a date?
Never say that while I'm eating.
I'm teaching history for an adult education program. It's for people who never got their high school diplomas.
What else do they teach?
The usual high school subjects.
You mean like the
See people suffer?
No.
And isn't it true that from time to time she bullies the women she lives with?
No.
For the record, Your Honor, this witness has the most beautiful eyes I've ever seen. Blanche, what did Dorothy really feel about Angela?
Hours are over, ladies. Everybody will have to leave. Well, where do you think you're going?
You said everybody.
Get back in bed. Take care, darling.
Oh, bye-bye. Good night, Pussycat. We see you first thing in the morning, honey.
I hope I can say the same thing. Now, you have been carrying on for a week. It was only a toy animal.
Fernando was more than that. He was full of life. He was full of love.
He was full of stuffing, Rose. Now, look, you've got to get a grip on yourself.
I'm sorry. I know I'm behaving like a fool.
You ruined my life.
Sophia, I don't know what all the hullabaloo is about. Dating a circus clown would be a dream come true for me.
Reach for the stars, Rose.
No, it would. Think.
Might consider a joint therapy session.
Therapy's a wonderful idea. Oh, I remember St. Olaf's most famous psychotherapists. The Freud brothers, Sigmund and Roy. You may have read their bestseller. If I have all the cheese I want,
I'll be back at the home building log cabins out of popsicle sticks.
then it's settled. I'll call the lawyer and tell him to bring the baby as soon as he can.
Did he say if it's a boy or a girl?
He didn't say, but it must be one or the other.
You've been watching PBS again, Rose?
Dorothy? Dorothy, I'm going to my...
Every time you say ow, just because I once asked you to move a sofa.
I guess I have no choice. I'm in agony. Did you hear that? Agony, Dorothy.
Sophia, don't worry. You made the right decision. I was going to give you this when you got to the hospital, but I'm too excited. Here's your St. Olaf fun pack.
On the other hand, they are going to crack open my chest and slice my heart like the lox platter at Wolfie's.
Good. Someone's going for rocks and get some bagels and assortment.
Stanley's having bypass surgery on Friday.
So I'm not asking him to walk. He can take the car. And stand.
Hi, girls. How do I look?
Where are you going, all dolled up?
Al and I are taking a picnic to hear the Philharmonic in the park.
Oh, I didn't know Al was a music lover.
Oh, he isn't. He just likes to see what picnic meats are popular this season.
Yourself. This is today's poll. Blanche, I never expected that they would figure out it was you in that picture. I felt terrible when they did.
Well, how do you think I feel? People think I slept with you.
Blanche, all my life,
Thank you for starting.
Are you going to tie a bow on that when you finish wrapping it up?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to disturb you. I'm a bit compulsive. It's the Minnesota farm girl.
These Bornak, now shame on you. She is your mother. She's 85 years old and she wants a new pair of shoes. How many more chances do you think you're going to have to buy her shoes? Oh, what I would give to be able to buy my mother's shoes one more time.
You want to take her?
Screw that, she's your mother.
Privilege.
And something else.
And that self-confidence is the greatest gift that you could have ever given me.
Yeah, I agree. Yes.
I bet it'll be easier than you think.
Yeah, especially now that you have an alternative. If things get too tough at home, you can always come here and live with us.
Well,
Bye, Connie.
Bye, honey.
Dorothy. Bye, love. Bye. Liz.
I'm off to sign up. Wish me luck.
I think it's wonderful that you're taking part in this senior sports classic. You know, I might try entering it myself in 15 years when I'm eligible. If I can come up with an event.
The luge is the only one where you get to lie on your back.
Together, huh? Yes. I found him last week. But I wouldn't feel right having a home if he didn't. We'd become very attached to you.
You know, I think that shows great strength of character. I like you, and I like cats. I also happen to have a room for rent, and the name is Blanche Devereaux.
Why would you name a room Blanche Devereaux?
That's Dorothy. Really dodged a bullet, didn't you?
Girls, I have great news. I finally convinced Don to quit Beatlemania. Isn't that...
Oh, but it is delivered with every daily in Miami. Oh, girls, what a glorious day. I just feel so pretty and alive and young as a teenager.
Oh, that's terrific. Blanche. Oh, by the way, you got a phone call this morning from your grandson. He got his driver's license.
Well, that's that. Anything else you need me to straighten out for you?
No, Ma. So tell me, how was the wedding?
Beautiful. Until the bride lifted her veil. I shudder to think what was under that dress.
What if nobody asked me to dance?
Now, Dorothy, think. If there's somebody out there who is willing to dance with the corpse, there's somebody willing to dance with you.
Blanche, wait. Listen, Honey, maybe this wasn't such a good idea.
Nonsense! I promise you're gonna have...
I can't believe it. Raymond called. He's got the flu and he can't take me to the big Valentine's Day dance. Oh, I guess I'll be keeping you company, Dorothy.
Why do you automatically assume that I don't have a date?
She assumes there are 7 days in a week.
Have another piece of chocolate, Ma. The doctor didn't know what...
I owe it to her. I'm her friend.
But there's nothing to tell her. This is just some crazy hunch.
My hunches are never wrong. Mrs. Gandhi would be alive today if she had taken my call. I'm going to tell her.
You are not. I will not let you.
Stop crying.
No, Blanche, not until you know the reason why I keep telling you that I can't sleep with you.
Ma, listen, maybe watching some TV in another room might be a good idea.
Fine, Dorothy, but keep the volume down.
It's all right, Dorothy. It's already out.
No, he changed his mind, which surprised me because mice aren't usually fickle. But this mouse is an odd duck.
Rose, how many head wounds have you had?
Blanche, must you always be so cheerful, you empty-headed Mary Poppins knockoff?
Let me know if you notice anything.
Blanche, what's with you and Rose?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And the prince took the princess to the castle, and they lived happily ever after. The end.
They didn't get married?
That's implied.
There isn't an evening I miss one of your broadcasts, Jerry. I just love that in-depth location piece you did on the homeless.
Oh, thank you very much. My agent said if I hadn't referred to him as bums, I would have won a Peabody.
Wow. So, Jer, ever dress up like a horse?
Dirty talk?
Well, not filth, for God's sake.
Dirty talk?
Morning, Sophia.
Morning, Ma.
Sophia.
Morning. Dirty talk?
Later. There's a man in your bed.
Sophia, there's not. Hi, Blanche. Have you decided who you're going to be at the masquerade ball?
Yes, I'm going as Eve from the Garden of Eden. All I'll need is a few strategically placed leaves.
What about a snake? And he told me to dress him.
And?
And I dressed him. And then we had a fight. I grabbed a pair of white pants, and I was putting them on him, and Charlie said it was after Labor Day, and he couldn't wear one.
In the middle of a heart attack?
It's a sin, it's a crime, and let's face it, Dorothy, lately you can't give it away.
Ma, I'm talking about selling some of my belongings. I called a couple of pawn shops, and I'm going to check them out tomorrow.
Listen, I'm wonderful at bargaining. I'll go...
The point is, nobody knows what we saw. You don't. I don't. Not even Major Barker does.
Major Barker?
That's the man I spoke to today down at the military base. I told him what we saw, and he said they'd check into it.
You're my family, and you make me happy to be alive.
Let's all drive to Coconut Grove for lunch.
Okay.
My treat. We'll have to celebrate.
What, that she came out of her room?
That we're together.
And that no matter what...
Take an awful long time?
Oh, I don't mind. I'm a very patient person. I once waited 2 whole weeks for a sty to go away. Every night I'd close my eyes and I'd picture it getting smaller and smaller. And one morning I woke up and it was gone.
Why are you sitting here in the dark?
Why not? I've seen the living room before.
Look, I've got gotta get some rest. Tomorrow I am seeing Barry Glick for the first time in 35 years. If I don't get at least 6 hours sleep, I look like Buddy Ebsen.
Now that you mention
Shut
it.
up, Lef.
Run out and get pregnant.
We have a lot of features here to create the right environment for both you and baby. That's why we have music piped into every room.
So, Mama, what do you think?
I think it would cost less to squat in the Laura Ashley showroom. Because only Agnes is a real problem. Now, Rose, here's a part of the plan you may not like.
Oh, Dorothy, did you and Sophia patch things up?
She's in her room napping. You know, it's so ironic. I sent her to that home, and there she...
Go on, Rose. Anyway, without a job, Pigpen started feeling useless, so the town fathers thought they'd give him a new job, putting up the Welcome to St. Olaf sign out on Miller's Lane.
Rose, is there a point to this story?
Yes! That same year, on Founder's Day, the governor was come. He was tall, she was short. He was cheap, she was extravagant. He was opposites. We get the picture. Well, anyway, I'll never forget the time they sang at our annual talent show, right after the herring juggling act.
With all my heart, blue skies above.
You mean you didn't get dumped? Well, actually, I did, by my landlord. He threw me out of my apartment, but I couldn't sleep with his best friend. He's over 80 years old and thinks he's the Archduke Ferdinand. Why did he throw you out? Well, the new owners of the building
Authorized Elvis fan club. I'll try to pick up the pieces and go on with my life. I mean, there must be a support group for people like me.
We're sorry, Dorothy, but the bylaws...
Really cute little tennis instructor. So I told him I needed lessons. Well, he came over to the house, and I was in the bathtub. So I asked him if he would mind sponging off my back. He said, sure. So I waited a little while before I made my move.
But
And then...
this is disgusting. I mean, right up until the end.
What's private? I diapered you.
Yeah, but you didn't diaper Lucas.
I'd like to. Listen to me, I'm as giddy as a 60-year-old.
I am glad you're okay with Maz coming to live with us in Atlanta. I really think she'd be a little lost without me.
It's my pleasure, Dorothy.
Piano, and he'd play Christmas carols, and the children would sing along, and then Mother'd bring in some homemade eggnog and snickerdoodles. And then we'd decorate the tree. And after Daddy had hung the star at the very top of the tree, we'd all join hands and pray.
Except for this whoopee cushion.
Well, you will not believe what happened to me today. I still do not believe it myself, and you won't believe it either.
What, Blanche?
I don't want to talk about it.
Maybe.
You know, I think he's just nuts enough to actually turn up at the wedding tomorrow.
You're a furry little gnome, and we feed you too much.
Oh, Dorothy, good, you're here.
Great sadness, not only for me, but also for the many people whose lives have been touched by the warmth and the kindness of this woman who is lying here. I wish I knew how many charities and hospitals and orphanages have benefited from her generosity. But now no one will ever know.
But I can't do this.
Of course you
Honey,
can,
you were
Rose.
doing just fine. Well, that's because you were here. Tomorrow I'll be out there all alone, staring at my relatives who'll be ready to hoot and snicker at the first crack in my voice. They'll think I'm an idiot.
Please, it's family. They know you're an idiot.
The sneakers.
Well, there's only only one way to settle this. I'm going. The head you are, I'm going.
Neither one of you is going. Fidel isn't coming.
Where is he? We killed him. I know. We might as well have put a gun to poor Fidel's head. We witnessed, but I think Rose got the brains in that family.
Meet me out front, Dorothy. I'm going to pull the car around.
Look, hold it. I told you last night, we don't do any
suit with a drop seat in the pants for Cousin Wendell. Anyway, that was part of the reason. The other part was I wanted to talk to you. I know I didn't need a special occasion for that. It'd be more of an occasion if I stopped talking. But
as he spun her around, her dress ripping open. You know how many times I've experienced that?
your loins have been on fire?
Yes.
It's just a little punching up.
You mean exaggerate the truth, create wild and colorful stories just to impress people? Dorothy, you can't do that.
Oh, I know.
That's my specialty. All right, let's see here. Found a baby robin that fell out of its tree and returned it to its nest. Make that a baby eagle. Yeah. Only usually I'm one of the ships.
Well, Rose, it's all out in the open now.
I can see that. Holly, I'd like to speak with you in the kitchen, please.
Sleep anymore. I just lie there waiting for the authorities to catch up with me. Every siren I hear I know is for me. Every footstep outside my window belongs to that obsessive detective who will not rest until he tracks me down.
Blanche, you are being ridiculous.
He cures everybody and wine sales skyrocket.
Wait a minute. Ma. Unless I'm missing something, your hunch was wrong.
My hunches are never wrong. Now, everyone is living high on the hog and eating rich foods. The next thing you know, there's a gout epidemic. Nobody can stop.
But I joined this mammals with blowholes thing. I didn't expect to be carrying picket signs on some grungy dock. I was hoping more for a fundraiser cocktail party with Chinese lanterns and Hispanic waiters in tight black pants.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Lorraine, but there was something I had to take care of.
No, I'm not Lorraine.
You're not Lorraine Maslansky?
No.
Really? Because I have her chart here.
Hand me my purse, I'll check my driver's license.
So, what I'm saying is, will you marry me, Dorothy? You know, again. Dorothy, these last few months have been incredible. I mean, after all the struggling, we're finally into the good stuff.
Adorable dance I think I've ever seen. Rose, honey, could I look at your hat for a minute?
Oh, hello there. How'd you do?
We came in second.
Oh, that's terrific. What'd you get?
Treated badly. They told us to get out of the way when they took the winner's picture with Anita Bryant.
Oh, for those old judges, no, I'd love to hear your song.
Oh, forget it, Blanche.
No poppy seeds, they get caught under my dentures.
Sophia, at least you could pretend that you're concerned.
Really, I'm worried sick. Also, a half a dozen sour pickles and 2 prune Danish. I want the Locks to visit, not set up shop there.
Listen,
How could you have done this?
Blanche, I'm a thief. Well, actually, I was a thief. As I was driving away this evening, in your car, oh, for shame, I suddenly thought, what am I doing? For a few paltry jewels, I'm throwing away the greatest jewel of all. Oh, come on, what's on the list?
Just tell me
me why? Why in this house? Why in my bed again?
Dorothy, this place has memories for us. This is the place where Gloria and I first... Well, I don't have to tell you. You were there.
Dorothy, it just happened. I know you think it's wrong, but it's not a crime, you know.
Just calm down. Well, I can't help it. Funeral homes give me the willies. That's why I've always avoided them. I've only been to 2 funerals in my entire life, and I'm 25 years old.
You're such a liar.
All right, then 3 funerals. The point is, let's hurry up and get out of here.
Hello.
Oh, I'm all right. I'm all right.
Sail around the world. That'll be the day. Like there's a line waiting around the block. We'll have to install one of those ticket machines like they have at the bakery. Around the world, yeah.
I get the picture. I'm afraid I'm responsible for making Al do something. No, I want to go. Lydia looked so peaceful.
We're not in this life for peace.
You're crying?
No, I'm not. I don't cry.
I can see your tears.
And I can see yours. You know what that tells me?
What?
You're not as ready to die as you think you are. You still want to live, kid.
Some kid. Blanche's bed is next to the X-15 at the Space and Aviation Museum. Would you be interested in going to an outdoor concert tonight?
Oh, you couldn't drag me out of this house tonight. St. Elsewhere's on. That's my favorite program. I never miss it.
You still watch Toad work while we talk.
Okay.
Immigration, Peppy, immigration. Nobody has to worry about anything. This is the chance of a lifetime. Even if Peppy loses next week's fight, he still gets $10,000.
How is that possible?
It's a guaranteed purse, and for our lousy 3... British accent, have you seen him?
Why are you asking me, Blanche? A man so blinded by carnal desire that he would throw away everything he holds dear for one forbidden kiss.
Come on, Miles, lay off the rum cake.
Hello, I'm Rose Nyland.
I'll save you some time. I don't wear Avon. I have a mop.
Here you go.
And it happened during a big rainstorm.
Rain.
Yeah. Which caused a mighty flood that covered all the land.
Oh, come on. Blanche, nobody in his right mind is going to believe this story.
This is going to St. Olaf.
Which caused a mighty flood.
Just be sure and keep her in her cage.
Oh, maybe I can convince the Count to give us some live entertainment with dessert.
Have you any requests?
How about Bye-Bye Birdie?
Girls, Count Bessie is missing.
No, I wanted to be the nice one. I bought a new dress, too.
Mr. Marty's on Market Street, where every dress is a guaranteed one-of-a-kind original.
If we have the same dress, Mr. Marty's going to be left with one of a kind.
Until I do need them. Oh, come on. Now, Rose, don't let this bother you. You'll date again.
Of course she will. Honey, have you given any thought to advertising?
Oh, Blanche, I could never dress the way you do. Besides, I have to wear undies. Not all my wool skirts are lined. Over and snuggle up against him in bed.
I never went to bed with Alvin. The thought never crossed my mind, which is odd because I've always wondered about that myth.
There's a myth about people named Alvin?
The myth about black...
Well, I'll explain it all later. Right now I have to go pour on a little Southern charm. And if that doesn't work, I might have to eat a little Yankee Crow.
I don't like the look on your face.
Bad.
Oh, don't do that.
What are you doing?
Just want to be by myself for a while.
It's time to throw rice at the kids.
I don't think I can go back out there.
You're acting like television?
Well, I don't really watch it. I just pretend it's radio.
We don't exactly watch it either. With our crummy TV, we get 2 channels at once. For a while there, I thought Benson was having an affair with Miss Ellie.
Listen, Mom, we cannot afford a new TV.
But his days are numbered. When the revolution comes, he's the second to be shot.
Who's the first?
Morales, my next door neighbor who knocked up my sister.
Well, this is dandy. Just dandy. I knew I should never have let you two...
Well, fine. I won't have my sensible meal. Tomorrow's my anniversary anyway. I'll just have my last shake tonight. Where's my shake? Well, it's about time. You and your date must have really hit it off.
Hey, Rose, what are you doing with Clayton?
We ran into each other in the park.
Well, what happened to Lois?
Oh, she went home. We weren't really suited, Blanche.
Not suited? Clayton, sometimes I do not understand you. Time after time, I fix you up with attractive, eligible women. And...
Boy, Dorothy, no wonder nobody likes you. I'm sorry, but I already know Jesus.
What they want.
No wonder I'm up in the middle of the night working my way through the cheese keeper. Thank God I don't have the thighs of a normal woman. I tried to talk her out of it. She says she has thought it through and there is no change in her mind.
Well, it might not be so...
Okay, meet me in my office. Yes, right now. I gotta go. I got a sick person. I'll see you later. I love you.
I love you too.
Oh, Dorothy, by any chance, did you borrow my pearl handle 6-shooter?
Blanche, you look ridiculous.
Well, I do not. I'm a cowgirl. Yippee-I-O-K-Y.
Kaye.
Oh, hell I don't. This is all your fault, Stanley.
Look, Dorothy, it doesn't matter who's to blame here. The point is we're in this together. Now, if you don't want to cooperate, fine, but you're only going to be hurting yourself.
You're right, and I hate you for it.
What's all the racket?
Oh, nothing. I could just murder Stan. He bought a Corvette without telling me.
So what are you complaining about? Your father used to do things with...
संग पिल्लू के मुझे सखी संग पिल्लू के मुझे सखी संग पिल्लू के मुझे सखी सांग पिल्लू ग तुझ्यासाठी माझ्या बच्चा ग तुझ्यासाठी सांग बच्चा ग तुझ्यासाठी मी काय करू आता खरंच ग जीवन तुला बघून लागतोय जीवन तुला बघून लागतोय सांग पिल्लू ग तुझ्यासाठी काय करू सांग पिल्लू ग तुझ्यासाठी काय करू सांग पिल्लू ग तुझ्यासाठी काय करू अगं देना ग नंबर लवकर कपलेशा झाली सुरू लवकर भास्करा झाली सुरू सांग पिल्लू